What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another video with me, Alex. I know the calendar said 2022 for more than a month ago, but I still felt like sharing my 2021. So this video will be a year in review for me, just to look back on 2021 and see all the good things that happened in 2021, for me at least, and just to reflect on a year that has passed before we just start grinding and get cranking on with the new 2022. Sit back, relax, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get cracking with my year in review. 2021, the year I got cracking more on YouTube, and to all you new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I uploaded more than 25 videos on YouTube, resulting in exposure to 1.7 million people. You know, 1.7 million people seeing that thumbnail that I have on YouTube. And 150,000 views, which is absolutely insane to me, meaning that almost the whole population of Greenland has watched my videos 3 times. That's pretty crazy to think of. It's awesome to have you all commenting, asking questions in regards to mostly life here in Greenland, both on the YouTube videos down in the commenting section, but also on Instagram. So please continue doing that. Hopefully a lot of you showing great interest in Greenland and also wanting to visit here at one point will get the opportunity in 2022. 2021 wasn't really the year for it. Let's be honest. The boating year, we also got a boat, more specifically a Poga 570 with an outboard Suzuki 115 horsepower engine, which we decided to call the Dim Boat. Having split ownership of the boat means that we had the boat for roughly every other week, but let me tell you, we have been boating a lot, almost all the weekends. We basically forgot how to hike because we were boating so much. It's just such a freedom to cruise into the vast fjords that we have here in Nuuk, especially on the sunny and low wind days. It is basically so beautiful and so freeing to be able to do that. I also caught a trout for the first time in many years, so that was also good to catch up on. We definitely learned a lot about boating in 2021, and we also learned the lesson that you really have to be careful, as we, on our first overnight trip with the boat, almost lost it due to a pretty rookie error of not anchoring it correctly and basically ignoring the tides, which has a pretty big difference up here, roughly 4 meters of high to low tide. In the beginning, I was really much against getting a boat because, let's face it, it is a very expensive hobby. But maybe I've just softened up on the personal finance disaster, which it is to own a boat, and I would totally say that it has been worth it. Bear in mind that we also own it like in a split ownership, so we do share the costs, but still very expensive to have one. But I would totally rather have a boat than not have a boat here in Greenland. Fortunately, I got to travel a lot during 2021. I went to 9 different Greenlandic towns, which is almost considered as going to 9 different countries, because you either have to fly or take a boat in order to get to other towns, because the towns are not interconnected. And that was both for work, but also for pleasure. Experiencing how different it is comparing to Nuuk, which is very modern compared to most of the other coastal towns here in Greenland. From amazing food and big and amazing icebergs in Ilulissat, to snowmobiling in Sisimiut and bicycling around sheep in southern Greenland, I feel very fortunate to have been able to go on these trips and feel very lucky to have seen so much of Greenland. I really started to really like southern Greenland because it is so green compared to, well, most of the northern part, which is where I have spent most of my time. I also went to Denmark 3 times, went to Norway, and then I also went to Mallorca in Spain. So also some international trips, which really helps when you live in this secluded, rather small town called Nuuk in Greenland. It is awesome to get away. I also made a video on having to get out of Greenland every once in a while because it can get pretty small living here all the time. Especially Mallorca was very awesome. I was fearing that it was a little too touristy for my taste, but so sunny and warm. I would definitely go back there once again. And it was basically an amazing trip that I will not forget. Real estate, also one of my hobbies. And 2021 was the year that I got my first like real rental property. Besides that, I have my own house here where I do some house hacking, basically renting out some rooms in the house. So it's pretty awesome to have money working for me in that rental property. And besides paperwork, bank/accountant stuff work, and some payments not getting in on time, during the last more than half year, I have only been out once to the rental property due to an oven being malfunctioned. I basically had to hold the menu button in for 10 seconds and it was good to go. So I would say it has been rather passive income for me at that point. Hopefully I'm gonna add some more properties to that soon. I have already bid on one property, which I'm probably gonna share in a future video. So stay tuned for that. So I definitely plan on adding more rental properties to my portfolio, but I am definitely aware of the rising mortgage interest rates, which has basically been rising over the last months. And basically the prices here in Nuuk has just kept on accelerating, which is good when you own your own house, but it's not so great when you have to go out and basically buying one. And then on top of that, the mortgage rate being higher, it's just gonna directly impact your profitability whenever you choose to go out and rent out the property. Because at one point, you really can't raise rates for your rental property. Eventually, people are gonna say, no, we're not gonna pay that much for your apartment. Because the name of the game is you always want to make a profit, because otherwise you might as well just invest in something else like stocks. But the good thing is definitely that my own house, which all of you guys watching having your own houses has probably also seen an increase in the values of your home or apartments, and that's great. So I'm also working on maybe refinancing my own home so I could pull out some money here and put them somewhere else. Mentally, I have been very good. Mood has been good and stable, and I would largely contribute that to having a great partner which I can share both mental stuff with, but also awesome experiences. It really helps to have a partner to share stuff and experiences with. Life hack, for sure. Also, having spent much time with my girlfriend really has showed me how important it is to talk about your mental health and the importance of sharing things with another person. I definitely tend to be the person that holds on to a lot of emotions, and then at points it's just gonna boil over, and it's not good for either parts in that situation. So learning to decompress more often, I would call it, is definitely something I am working on and have been working on. I feel like I'm getting better. At least I feel like I'm getting better. So take good care of your mental health. It is very important. You have a lot of stuff going on up there in that big skull of yours. It's not easy to be in a relationship. Let me tell you that. But I would totally say that the pros outweighs the cons, and would totally recommend to get in a good relationship with the right person. It could also be the opposite experience that you would get. And I would also recommend you hitting the like button, subscribing if you haven't already, because here in Nuuk we haven't seen the sun for maybe the last month to last 2 months. So that has definitely taken a toll on my mental health lately, which is also one of the reasons why I haven't been posting. I have basically felt mentally drained, but that's here in 2022. 2021 was great. 2022 is starting out a little more rough than I would have liked it to be. Also on the stocks, if you haven't followed those, not the greatest. So now you know I will get back on putting YouTube videos out, because more and more people are coming on to watch this little channel of mine, which is great. So keep watching, keep commenting, keep liking and sharing if you want to. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. That was my 2021 in review. Hope you had a great one as well, not being too bumped down. The societies are opening. 2022 is hopefully gonna be a great year as well. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.